Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Joyce from JS Study Solutions. Welcome to our Discovery Series video. It has been a very long time since our last Discovery Series video, so it's very exciting for us to come back again and to introduce to you a very important and a very interesting topic. So tonight I'll be sharing about various secondary education qualifications offered in Malaysia. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Now, when we talk about secondary education qualification, why is it so important? So for JS Study Solutions, no doubt we help out students who have finished their SPM or IGCSE and then they want to further their studies, whether local or overseas. Whenever they come, we always ask them, how is your results? And the most common examinations are, of course, SPM or IGCSE or certain cases, even O-levels. So what we are going to do tonight is to introduce to you what are all these examinations, what are their important features, and also what are the main differences between these different secondary education qualification. So as we talk about secondary education qualification, it's important to know the features and also how does it affect our choice of choosing the pre-university programs and eventually the degree or the course that we want to pursue for our tertiary education. So for this presentation, we will be talking about the examinations taken in international school, homeschooling, and also, of course, the most common examination taken by national schools, which is the SPM. So let's talk about international school first. So if you have friends who are studying in international school, or if you are a student studying international school, I'm sure all of you are familiar with the Cambridge International Education. So under the Cambridge International Education, we actually have several examination systems. So we have the Cambridge IGCSE, the Cambridge O-level, and a new examination that you might not have heard about is the Cambridge ICE certificate. So I will begin by talking about the Cambridge IGCSE. So the Cambridge IGCSE stands for International General Certificate of Secondary Education. So it is a globally recognized examination system that was established more than 30 years ago. So IGCSE has been around for quite some time. It's not a new examination, and it is an international examination, so its syllabus is constructed similarly to the GCSE qualification in UK. So GCSE is the General Certificate of Secondary Education, so it is one of the most commonly used secondary education in United Kingdom, in UK. So IGCSE, because it's an international examination, students from all over the world, Singapore, in countries like Pakistan, in countries like South Korea or whatnot, if they were to sit for an international examination, it would be IGCSE and the syllabus would be similar all around the world. Yeah, so for Malaysia, IGCSE candidates, they will sit for the examination. They can choose to sit for the examination 2 times a year. So you can choose to sit it in May or October, and then the results will be released roughly about 3 to 4 months after that. So you have different intakes in the universities to cater for students who sit for their IGCSE examinations at different months. So a few elements, a few key points about Cambridge IGCSE would be students will learn the syllabus during year 10 and sit for tests at year 11. So it's quite similar to what we know as Form 4 or Form 5. But an important thing about IGCSE is that you do not have a fixed age to sit for the examination. You just need to finish the syllabus, and if you are quick or if you think you are capable to finish and sit for the test earlier, you can do so. There is no fixed rule to say that you must sit IGCSE at this certain age. And another important feature is they have coursework option for subjects assessment. So what does this mean? Coursework option simply means that the school, the institution, the international school, or the teachers, they will have the ability and also the choice to evaluate the students. So meaning to say your final grade doesn't depend on your final examination paper. So for certain subjects, they allow this coursework option, to give flexibility and also to guide students, to get the grades that they really need to. And for Cambridge IGCSE, you need to take a minimum of 5 subjects to a maximum of 14 subjects out of 70 subject selection. Now, 70 subjects is a lot, and these 70 subjects actually include various subjects, not just for science. You have arts, you have humanities, you can take world history, or even certain foreign languages like French, like Spanish, and you will be graded and you'll be given a certificate according to the results that you take. So comparatively speaking, IGCSE offers you a broader subject of selection to choose for your final evaluation. And the grading system is that students are graded from A star. So A star is the highest to G, which is the lowest. And then the second examination under the Cambridge education is the O-level. So you have heard about A-levels. So O-level is the examination before the A-level. I mean, it's not necessary to take O-level in order to proceed to A-level, but just to give you a little bit of background, O-level is equivalent to IGCSE. It is known as the ordinary level in General Certificate of Education, and it offers fewer coursework options, meaning to say it's more examination based. It really depends on your final paper, how well you do during the examination day itself. It still offers coursework option, but it's less compared to IGCSE. So for Cambridge O-level, students can learn from a selection of 40 subjects. So previously IGCSE, there's more, there's 30 subjects more. So O-level is 40 subjects. And a very important distinction from IGCSE is that in terms of language assessment, so meaning to say in terms of, for example, your English language, they will actually focus more on your writing and reading component. So of course they will still test you on your speaking, your listening, but your final grade, the higher percentage, the higher weightage should be put on writing and reading. Okay, so for the grading system, it's also graded from A star, but it's not to G, it's to E. So E is the lowest grade that you will get for O-level. So another examination under the Cambridge education would be Cambridge ICE, which is the International Certificate of Education. So it is known for its extensively broad, diverse and well-balanced curriculum. And the subjects taken will be from 5 main branches. So you have to take subjects from languages, humanities, sciences, mathematics, as well as creative and vocational. So there's no such thing as I will just take science subjects or just take art subjects. You have to take at least 1 subject or 2 subjects from the branches offered. So for ICE certificates, as mentioned earlier, students are required to choose their subjects. So they have a formula. You have to choose 2 subjects from languages, so at least 2 from languages, 1 subject each for the 4 other branches, meaning 1 mathematics, 1 science, 1 humanities, 1 creative and vocational subjects. And because you're required to take 7, so here you are already taking 6 subjects. So the last subject you can choose from any other branches. So you can even take 3 languages, or you can take 2 mathematics, 2 sciences, 2 humanities subjects, or 2 creative and vocational subjects. It really depends on your interest and also your ability. And the grading system is slightly different from IGCSE and O-level because they actually look at the total grade of the majority of your subjects. So let's say you get A for 5 subjects or 2 Bs for 2 subjects. So in total 5 A, 2 Bs, you will be awarded a distinction certificate. And then if you get 5 C and maybe 2 D, 2 E, and you will be awarded a merit. And then if you pass your 7 subjects, you maybe get 5D or 7D, you will be awarded a pass according to the grading system. So you will still be given A, A star, B, B plus, and all that. But eventually, they will look at how well you do for 5 subjects and then the rest of the subjects, and they will grade you according to that. So after we have talked about the international school examinations, now we'll talk about the national school. And of course, the most common examination, secondary education qualification offered under the national school in Malaysia is SPM, Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia. So for SPM, it is set, examined by the Malaysian Examinations Board, Lembaga Peperiksaan Malaysia. And the students, they will sit for the examination at their Form 5, so they are mostly 17 years old. And the syllabus tested will be a combination of their Form 4 and Form 5. Okay, so for SPM, as we continue, students will be able to take their subjects according to the streams that they are in. So obviously for those who are in national school, after you finish your Form 3, you will be streamed according to your results, whether you are streamed to science or art stream. So you will still take common subjects like the languages and also moral or Islam and sejarah. But apart from that, you are already streamed to take certain subjects. So if you are science stream, you will take the 3 sciences. You probably would take additional mathematics. For art stream, you might take art subjects like geography, accounting, or commerce. It really depends on the stream and also the classes that you are in. But a very important thing that we need to remind students for SPM candidates is you really need to pass your Bahasa Malaysia and also sejarah. So if you fail either one of these subjects, if you fail your BM or you fail your sejarah, you will not be able to receive your certificate. So if you notice for the SPM result slip, of course, during the result release day, you will still get your result slip. You will get your result slip, and at the bottom of it, they will mention that whether these students layak mendapat Sijil or not. So if you pass and you get very good results, you pass your BM, you pass your sejarah, below there they will mention that layak mendapat Sijil. So if you fail your BM or sejarah, when we talk about fail, we talk about getting a G for either your BM or sejarah, you will not be able to receive your Sijil. So if you manage to get E for your BM or sejarah, it's still considered a pass. But the moment you get a G, sorry to say that you have failed either your BM and sejarah, and you have to either recite for your BM or sejarah paper or remark in order to get a full certificate of your SPM. So now that we have talked about the various education qualification that is offered in international school, homeschooling, and also national school, now I would like to pass this time to Jeffrey. Jeffrey will talk to you about the differences between all the secondary education qualification and why is it important to know the differences about all this examination, and eventually how it will influence the decision of parents or even students, to choose the pre-U program or even where to study, what to study in the future. So now I would like to pass this time to Jeffrey.
Okay, thank you, Joyce, for explaining about the different type of secondary school programs that are available in the market. Okay, as you have known already, there are a few of very popular secondary school programs that are offered in Malaysia. either in homeschooling, either in international school or through our government schools. But let me just summarize of what Joyce has told you all. Even just to compare, the most popular secondary school program currently should be the IGCSE, and also from the government side will be the SPM. A very quick comparison for these two different programs, IGCSE and SPM. Let me just give you a very quick summary on the differences of these two, and then you can sort of like make a own comparison in the future. Again, IGCSE, okay, it is very flexible. There are more than 70 subjects for you to choose from. There is no saying of a compulsory subjects for you to partake, but usually English, mathematics, science should be some of the very common and popular subjects. But however, for SPM, obviously Sejarah, Bahasa Malaysia or Bahasa Melayu, you need to pass, okay, in order to obtain your SPM certification. The duration for IGCSE, as even you should know, as young as 16 years old, you can already graduate from secondary school IGCSE qualification. Whereas in SPM, you need to complete Form 1 to Form 5, and the youngest age for you to complete SPM will be approximately in the age of 17, 18 if you are from the move class. Okay, obviously I mentioned again to you now, IGCSE program as well as SPM program, they are both very recognized worldwide. Okay, everyone in the world will know IGCSE. Everyone in the world will be able to accept that as a qualification to go into tertiary education. SPM equally good, but however, if you are going to plan to go into public universities in Malaysia, okay, which means that you want to go into government universities, take note, you must have SPM. Okay, there's no other way. SPM is the only way for you to consider before you can go into applying to public universities. Okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed the time. I hope that you already know the different types of secondary school qualifications are there in the market. Okay, if you need more information, if you want to know more about what these individual qualification will be like, do come and see us. Okay, at JS Study Solutions, we'll be happy to guide you, to help you, you know, and to go further how to know how these qualifications can help you in your tertiary education. Okay, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned again for next series on the different parts of programs that we're bringing to you. Okay, happy studying and see you again. Bye. Hi, I'm Jeffrey.
And I'm Shell.
We are the founders of JS Study Solutions. Yeah, we started in Seremban 4 years ago because we realized there was a market need. With the many years of experiences that I have gotten working in various institutions all over Malaysia or even from another country, it has given me the experiences that I've accumulated in helping students to give them the best advice pertaining to their education needs. You know, over the years, we have seen many students struggle because they couldn't determine, they couldn't know what options they could obtain in the marketplace. And we providing the free services to them. But we have helped many students. We have actually assisted many parents as well, you know, in applying to various universities, both in Malaysia and abroad, in countries like Ireland, Korea, Australia, UK. You know, even now we have students applying for Spain, Europe.
Hello, welcome to JS Study Solutions. This is my counseling division.
This is the expansion part of our office, and you are coming into our student center. Obviously, student advisory is what we do primary. But more than that, we actually have the passion to provide a very good place for students to come here to use our space for free. Let me show you what we have here. This is our lounge, and this is where the students will hang around, and this is where they could actually just come and relax, mingle around, and just be like home. where students will come here, they can use our space, do revision, do discussion. But one of the things that we are doing in helping students to improve their English is actually to provide an English language proficiency course.
So now you know what we do, and we at JS Study Solutions will always strive to do our best for our clients and our institutions partners, especially our students, because they will always be our priorities. So like our Facebook to check out our updates regularly, follow us on our Instagram, and remember to check out our website. You will find more information after this.